And now, the London story. This is a tale of two cities. London, still recovering from the effects of the revolution in America, and Paris, preparing for its own revolution. Tonight, we will tell the London story. Next week, we will conclude with the Paris story. This is about a handful of people who sought to bring love out of the chaos of bitterness and hate. London, the scene. His Majesty, King George's Court, Old Bailey. The characters by name, a certain Charles Darnay, accused of treason. A witness, Dr. Alexandra Manette, recently reclaimed to life after 18 years of imprisonment. This is infamous Bastille. His daughter, Lucy. One Mr. Stryver, counselor at law. And the noblest wastrel of them all, Sidney Carton.
Silence!
There's someone in driver. Let's get at it. Turn to me if the going gets too hazardous for you.
My lord, with your permission, I shall call Miss Lucy Manette to the stand.
Miss Lucy Manette.
Miss Manette, look upon the prisoner. Have you ever seen the prisoner before, Miss Manette?
Yes, sir.
Where?
Aboard a packet ship that brought my father and myself to these shores from France. My father had just been released from the Bastille.
Under what circumstances did you meet the prisoner?
When he came aboard, he noticed that my father was not well, and the gentleman offered.
You mean the prisoner?
The prisoner offered to help me in any way he could.
There was nothing suspicious about his actions or his manner then. Nothing to suggest that he might be a spy in the pay of France.
Quite on the contrary. He always spoke of France with distaste. And in his manner, he was as open in his confidence to me as he was good and kind to my father. I only hope I do not repay him by doing him any harm today.
Miss Manette, if the prisoner doesn't fully understand that the testimony you give is your duty to give, which you must give, which you cannot escape from giving, with great unwillingness perhaps, then he is the only one present here now of that condition. You may proceed, Mr. Stryver.
I have nothing more to ask of Miss Manette. Dr. Alexandra Manette.
Dr. Alexander Manette.
Dr. Manette, look at the prisoner. Can you identify him as your fellow passenger aboard the packet ship or testify regarding his conversation with your daughter?
Sir, I can do neither.
Is there any particular or special reason for your being unable to do either?
Yes, there is.
Has it been your misfortune to undergo a long imprisonment without trial or even accusation in your native country, Dr. Manette?
A long imprisonment.
Were you newly released from the Bastille on the occasion in question?
So they tell me.
You have no remembrance of the occasion?
None.
That would be all. Thank you, Dr. Manette. Mr. Darnay, would you be good enough to copy this first line for me? Thank you. That will be sufficient. And now, will your lordship be so good as to compare the prisoner's handwriting with that on this paper? Do these handwritings seem to you to be similar, my lord?
Not particularly.
Thank you, my lord. Perhaps the jury will consider them in that light also. Mr. John Barthad will be.
Mr. John Barthad.
Barthad, it is on your testimony that the greater part of the accusation against the prisoner rests. It hinges primarily on your sworn statement to the effect that you saw the prisoner hand this information regarding the conduct of our war with the American colonies to a French agent. Is that right?
That is right.
The French agent, if I may recapitulate, was later caught with this information on his person. However, On close examination, both the Lord here and the jury have expressed a doubt that the handwriting is indeed the prisoner's. Therefore, Mr. Barsad, your testimony alone can convict the prisoner. Is that not so?
I expect it is.
May I ask, then, had you ever seen the prisoner previous to that night?
No,
And yet you're quite sure that it was the prisoner,
quite sure.
even though it was night, and you were some distance away.
Even so.
You could not have been mistaken.
Hardly.
Then tell me this, Mr. Barsad. Have you ever seen anybody very like the prisoner?
Not so much that he could be mistaken for him.
Then look well upon this gentleman, my learned friend here. And then look well upon the prisoner. How say you? Are they very much alike? Like enough to be mistaken in the night from a distance?
Well, they are alike.
Silence! Silence in the court!
Gentlemen of the jury, do you wish to retire to form a verdict?
My lord, we have reached the verdict. The prisoner is acquitted.
Miss Manette.
Thank you. I feel better now, Father. May we go home?
Jerry, get a coach for Dr. Manette and Miss Manette.
Dr. Manette, Miss Manette, what can I say to thank you both?
Nothing. It is sufficient for us to know that you are free.
And for me to know that my testimony has done you no harm.
Oh, but well worth it. Although it pained me to see them, Miss Manette, your tears would have made quartering itself endurable.
Your coach, Dr. Manette.
Gentlemen, adieu. For my daughter and myself, may I extend to you the hospitality of our home?
Thank you.
Good day.
Well, Darnay, we seem to have brought you off with honor, eh? You look faint, sir. Why don't you dine? Carton here will show you to the nearest tavern, and I'll meet you there directly. How say you, sir?
I should like that if Mr. Carton has no objections.
If you pay for the port, it's all the same with me. Tell me, Mr. Darnay, how does it feel to be sitting here a free man?
Well, I must admit I feel much mended and part of this world once again.
I expect you do. As myself, I prefer to forget I belong to this. The world holds little good for me, except wine like this, or I for it. So you see, we're not much alike in that respect. Indeed, I don't think we're much alike at all, no matter what the jurors thought. What are you waiting for? Why don't you give your toast?
What toast?
It's on the tip of your tongue. Why don't you give it?
Very well. To Miss Manette.
Miss Manette. There's a sweet young lady to be pitied by and wept for by. Tell me, Mr. Darnay, how does it feel? Is it worth having your life on trial to be the object of such sympathy and such compassion?
If you'll forgive me, Mr. Carton, I'm very tired.
I think I'm drunk, eh?
I think you've been drinking.
Think you know I've been drinking. After all, you said you'd pay for it.
And I shall.
The entire reckoning?
Yes.
Good. Bring another bottle of wine. Wake me at 10 o'clock.
Good night, Mr. Carton.
Asleep, Sidney?
Yeah. Oh, of course not. You're late.
What happened to Donnie? Didn't you hit him off?
We did not. I don't particularly like him.
Oh, why not?
Why should I particularly like a man who resembles me? When I look at him, I see what I might have been. And if I were, well, she might have looked at me with... Now, don't ask me why I don't particularly like him. I'll be forced in plain words to tell you that I hate the fellow.
You had too much wine, Sidney.
I've not had enough.
I'll buy you another bottle. I owe you much for the day's work. You were very sound in the matter of those Crown witnesses today. Every question told.
I'm always sound, am I not?
Oh, yes, of course. The same old Sidney Cotton of Tewksbury School. Up 1 minute, down the next.
Yes, the same old Sidney Carton. The same rotten luck. Even then, I did exercises for other boys. Seldom did my own.
But why, Sidney?
God knows. My way, I suppose. Oh, drink with me, will you?
Shall we drink to our pretty witness of today?
What pretty witness?
Why, Miss Manette.
Why the blazes is everyone so concerned with her all of a sudden?
Aren't you, Sidney? I rather thought you were quick to see what happened to her when she fainted in court.
Quick, my dear Stryver. If a girl swoons within the yard of a man's nose, you can hardly help but notice what happened to her. Let's have an end of it. Had enough of witnesses and clients for today and tonight. We must drink to something. Well, let's drink. Drink.
Back to A Tale of Two Cities in a minute. But first, a problem and a solution.
It's an age-old problem with a two-door car. Should you wait outside to let rear seat passengers in first, or... better wait inside. But then if you... Wow. Don't bother prettying up, Ma, because when they get out... Yep, same story. But you know there's a way to get rid of that dilemma. The new 1953 Plymouth brings you a brand new idea in divided seats. A 1/3, 2/3 division. Same clearance getting in and out. And much more convenient up front. The easy exit seat, standard on all Plymouth two-door models. Just one of many new convenience features in the beautifully different 1953 Plymouth. First car in the low-priced field to bring you the luxury of a truly balanced ride. See the new 53 Plymouth.
And say, there's good news about Plymouth prices. They're substantially reduced on the whole line. All 9 body types. So now, more than ever, Plymouth is your best car buy in the lowest price field. If you're in the market for a new car, be sure and visit your nearby Plymouth dealer.
Yes,
Is this the home of Dr. Manette?
it is.
Oh, Mr. Carton, do come in. We thought you'd forgotten us and our invitation.
Well, I've been occupied with legal matters.
Oh, yes, with Mr. Stryver. And Mr. Carton is in a solicitor's office, Miss Cross.
Well, nobody would know it.
Is Miss Manette at home?
Yes, indeed, she is. She's out in the garden with Mr. Darnay. Do you play backgammon, Mr. Carton?
What? If you wish, sir.
You must know first.
You seek no promise from me, then?
None. However, may I ask, sir, if you think that she is
Sought by any other suitor?
That's what I meant to say.
Well, you've seen Mr. Carton here. She finds his company pleasant, I know. Beyond that, I cannot say. My daughter Lucy is in this one respect a mystery to me. I can make no guess at the state of her heart. But I promise you that if she were to tell me that you were essential to her happiness, I will give her to you.
Thank you, sir. Your confidence in me ought to be returned with full confidence on my part. My present name, though but slightly changed from my mother's, is not my own. My true name is Evrémonde.
Evrémonde? No. No.
Charles Evrémonde, the nephew of the Marquis d'Evrémonde, the man responsible for your long and unjust imprisonment in the Bastille.
Evrémonde.
I have not told Lucy. However, I could not in good conscience ask for the hand of your daughter and yet withhold that secret. I divorced myself from tyranny and oppression by the aristocrats when I ventured to England. I want nothing more than to be with your daughter. If you should desire me to withdraw, I shall quite understand.
No, Charles. There was a time when I sought vengeance, when I dreamt of nothing else. But the happiness I have known with Lucy has taught me compassion. Therefore, if she should love you, if your suit should prosper, she is yours. I expect her back directly. Please leave me now.
Well, what did you expect? You've been coming here low these many months, and to what avail? Either you busy yourself talking with the likes of me, or playing at backgammon with Dr. Manette, or you sit woodenly in the background while my ladybird is being enchanted by Mr. Darnay. Not once have you pressed your suit for her attention.
My dear Miss Frost, why should I seek what cannot be mine?
Oh, why do you say cannot? You can mend your ways. Smell not so much of port, perhaps. Be not always so disreputably attired. Go into some solid business.
Thank you for your solicitude, Miss Frost. God love you, I'm flattered by it, even touched. But I fear me it's much too late for all
Miss
that.
Frost. Oh, hello, Carton.
Hello, darling.
Miss Frost, Miss Manette has accepted my proposal of marriage, and Dr. Manette has given us his blessing.
What? My ladybird to be married? What now? Married?
Miss Frost, do you hold me in such disfavor?
Oh, no. But I must adjust myself to it. You see, I've looked after her for more than 10 years. I must adjust myself. If you'll excuse me.
Of course. Well, have you nothing to say to me either?
What would you have me say? That I'm happy for you? I wish you long life and happiness? That I've long considered you the only man fit to take Miss Manette's hand? Forgive me, I must pay my respects to Dr. Manette.
But are you unhappy, Father?
No, my child. Why do you ask?
You seem troubled, as though you were carrying some terrible secret. What transpired between Charles and you? Look, if there's something wrong, I'd pray tell me, because I wouldn't be happy if I knew that my marriage saddened you or in any way brought back any of the loneliness that you knew in prison. I'd just as soon not marry Charles, however much I love him.
My child. Charles is everything I ever wanted for a son. I'm indeed the happiest and most blessed of men.
Thank you, Father.
Mr. Darnay,
Yes?
I've been hasty with you and ill-tempered, and I regret it.
You need not.
But I do. What's more, I wish that we might be friends.
If you wish it, we may.
I do, most fervently.
Then it is done.
Aren't you going to wish me happiness, too?
Of course, Lucy. I wish you happiness, and I wish you joy.
Thank you, Sidney. Don't be so grim about it. You really are happy for us, aren't you?
Of course. Well, one request. After your marriage, may I ask that I may be permitted to come and go here on occasion?
What quest?
Of course, you needn't have asked.
I shan't abuse the privilege, but this house and its occupants have brought me a kind of comfort, a kind of happiness that I've never known before. I shouldn't like to lose it entirely.
And you shall not.
Most certainly not. Dear Sidney.
Thank you.
Charles, we found such happiness together. What a pity that Sidney came.
Yes. What a pity.
In the 9 years that followed Lucy Manette's marriage to Charles Darnay, Sidney Carton came and went, claiming his privilege of coming and going uninvited. He came oftener after little Lucy was born. Meanwhile, far from London, in the oppressed and long-suffering city of Paris, an explosion took place that fateful day in mid-July of 1789, when the dread Bastille fell. On that day, the whole nation took on the color and smell of death. And as the guillotine began its fearful work of emptying the rolling carts, faint echoes carried themselves back to London.
My lady, but listen to me. This is madness. You cannot... Oh, dear, what shall I do with her? Oh, you cannot...
Please, Ross, stop following me about and do as I tell you. I've made up my mind. We're going to Paris.
That dreadful country, we'll all be murdered in our beds.
I suppose you're right, dear Prost. Charles is my husband. After 9 years of happy marriage, I wouldn't be much of a wife if I wasn't with him at the Salve. But I couldn't expect the same of you.
What? You'd leave me here alone? What now? Oh, what now? Oh, Mr. Carton, thank heaven you're here in time to stop her.
Stop her from what?
I'm going to Paris to be with Charles.
Charles is in Paris?
He's under arrest. He goes on trial next week for his life.
Why did he go to Paris?
He had to, Sidney. The life of an old servant depended upon his testimony before the tribunal. Now, I didn't know it before, but Charles is the Marquis d'Evremont.
Charles is an aristocrat? That's even worse.
Worse than you know. The minute Father heard, he went straight to Paris. Here's a letter from him.
And you're going to Paris and take the child with you?
Yes.
Lucy, you can't. It's too great a risk.
I'm sorry, Sidney, but I must.
Then I'll go with you.
Why?
Because I must.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
In a moment, a word about next week's program. Know what this means? Sure, it means stop, but for a lot of people, it also means shift gears. The same with this one, a traffic light. But Plymouth has a new feature that lets you drive without shifting. High drive. With Plymouth High Drive, you just put her in high and drive. It's a real convenience, especially in heavy traffic. No trouble at all at signs like these, because when you stop at a traffic light, you don't have to shift. Come to a steep hill, you don't have to shift. Stop sign, you don't have to shift. And you always have plenty of pickup. Fast acceleration. High drive is the newest, smoothest way to drive without shifting. And the least expensive in the lowest price field. It's available on any 53 model Plymouth.
It seemed then to Sidney Carton as they left London that a great shadow fell upon them. From a distance, growing ever stronger, came the sound of tumbrils on the cobbled streets of Paris. He prayed to heaven that he might keep Lucy Darnay safe in the midst of those sounds and sights. For they were headlong, mad, and dangerous. And they were growing. Growing, growing, growing. this is your host, Whit Bissell, inviting you to return to the all-live production of the Paris Story on the ABC album next week.
Plymouth, Chrysler Corporation's #1 car.
This is ABC Television Network.
Plymouth, Chrysler Corporation's #1 car brings you Plymouth Playhouse. Tonight from Hollywood, the Paris Story of a Tale of Two Cities, starring Wendell Corey, Wanda Hendricks, and Judith Evelyn from the ABC album. Before we see the final portion of this Dickens classic, let's watch one of childhood's joys being put to work for today's adults.
Gliding is fun, always a thrill. That feeling of effortless motion. And that's the sensation you get when you drive a new 53 Plymouth with automatic overdrive. On level roads, Plymouth Overdrive gives an almost downhill sensation of breezing along silently. The engine lopes when you're traveling fast. And for flashing response in passing or on hills, you step down into the power range of Plymouth's big high-compression engine. With Plymouth Overdrive, your stops for gasoline will be miles further down the road. And you'll save on engine maintenance. Plymouth Overdrive, optional at moderate extra cost, can pay for itself in driving economies. New Plymouth, biggest value and best looker in the low-price field.
Tomorrow, stop at your nearby Plymouth dealers. See and drive the beautiful new 53 Plymouth. Now, Plymouth Playhouse presents Chapter 5 of the ABC album.
Good evening. This is Whit Bissell in Hollywood. We hasten to settle many controversies which have arisen from last week's presentation. The London Story, from A Tale of Two Cities, was a completely live television drama. Tonight, from the panorama chapters of the ABC album, we again present live drama in the classical form. And now, the Paris Story. The shadows that had loomed large over Lucy Darnay and Sidney Carton in London deepened and took shape in Paris. The Bastille has fallen and France is free. And in the dread tribunal, vengeful justice is being meted out wholesale fashion. Madame Thérèse Defarge, who, with the woman known as the Vengeance, sits calmly and cold-bloodedly in the shadow of yet another she-devil, Madame la Guillotine, and knits each lost, decapitated soul into eternity.
Against Charles Evrémonde, called Darnay, as follows. Denounced enemy of the Republic, nephew of the infamous Marquis d'Evrémonde.
What say you to your
indictment, Evrémonde.
Only that it is not correct.
Not correct? What proof have you, miss?
Dr. Manette is witness to the truth of my words. May he speak for me.
Come forward. The citizen doctor may always speak before the People's Tribunal.
Citizens, you all know me and that which I have endured. Know then that the accused was the first friend I found on my release from the Bastille, that he remained in England always faithful, devoted to my daughter and myself in our exile. Was this the way of an aristocrat and a tyrant? For that is what the indictment states. In England, the accused, far from being in favor with the aristocratic government there, was actually tried for his life by that government as a foe of England and friend of the United States. You have yet to hear why the accused returned to France. He came back when he did in order that he might save a citizen's life, even though he knew at what great personal hazard he returned. I ask you, citizens, is this criminal in the eyes of the Republic?
The vote, President. The vote will be taken. How do you stand, citizens? Free! Come forward, madame. Come forward. How will you have them denounced? Openly or secretly?
Openly.
By whom?
3 voices. Ernest Defarge, winekeeper of St. Antoine.
Good.
Therese Defarge, his wife.
Good.
And Alexandre Manette, physician.
Mr. President, I indignantly protest.
Citizen Manette, be still. Where's the first witness? Ernest Defarge. Here, President. What do you know of this, citizen?
I knew that Dr. Manette had been confined in cell 105 North Tower. At the fall of the Bastille, I resolved to examine that cell closely. There, in a hole in the chimney, I found that paper you hold. It is in Dr. Manette's handwriting.
Is that all, citizen?
Madame Defarge can supply the rest.
Very well. Madame Defarge, speak.
You will read in that paper that you hold before you how this Dr. Manette was taken out of his house in the middle of the night and transported blindfold in the carriage of an aristocrat to a humble peasant home, where a young boy lay dying of the aristocrat's sword thrust. And where his sister lay dying of the aristocrat's child. And you will read further, and your blood will run cold as you do, how each and every member of that same peasant family was willfully exterminated by that same evil aristocrat. The name of that aristocrat was Evrémonde. The accused is Evrémonde.
I'm only the nephew of that man.
You are still Evrémonde. I denounce and I demand, and I call upon you to denounce and demand death for Evrémonde.
Listen, doctor. Are all these things true?
They are.
And is it true you were in prison in order that you might be kept quiet forevermore? Is it true, citizen doctor?
It's true.
And is this your handwriting?
It is. Heaven forgive me, it is.
Read some words, then. There at the end.
No, I cannot.
On pain of death, citizen, read.
I, Alexandre Manette, unhappy prisoner, on this last night of the year, 1767, in my unbearable agony, to denounce these wicked men, these Evrémondes, the times when all these things shall be answered for. I denounce them to heaven and to earth, they and their descendants to the last of their race. Lose me, lose me.
Now, my doctor, save him now.
Citizens, your vote.
Yes!
unanimously vote. Within 24 hours, everyone. Death! Long live the Republic!
Do not lose heart, my child. There are others yet to be seen. In the meantime, I have been with Charles.
What did he say? Is there a message for me?
He asks me to tell you to be of good heart, and bids me tell you of an upper window in the prison to which he can sometimes gain access. He thinks that if you stood in the street below, he may be able to see you. But you will not be able to see him, my poor child. And even if you could, it would be unsafe for you to make any sign of recognition.
I'll go anyway. I'll go immediately. Oh, Father, sometimes I think that you're my only reliance under heaven. You alone.
Jerry, will you accompany Miss Lucy, please? No, wait, Sidney.
Yes, Doctor?
There is no hope. I only went out when I did because I thought it might someday be some consolation to her. Otherwise, she might think that no final effort had been made to save her husband.
Then he will perish.
Charles will perish. There is no hope.
I see.
Now, during our brief intermission, a change of pace and a look at a fellow who could use these good luck charms.
Osbert doesn't know it. But he's a lucky guy. When a blown-out tire flops off the rim and makes you lose control, anything can happen. But you don't depend on luck with Plymouth Safety Rim wheels. You have protection. If the tire blows out, you can bring the car to a straight, safe stop. Here's why. Patented retaining humps here and here hold the tire firmly in place. Only Plymouth among low-priced cars has safety rim wheels. What's more, the new 53 Plymouth brings you true balance for the smoothest ride ever. She's a real beauty, all right, and the biggest value in the low-price field. The beautiful new 53 Plymouth.
You'll need these, not with a 53 Plymouth. Nope, in a Plymouth, your safety doesn't depend on luck. Plymouth designers and engineers have safety in mind at all times. Inside Plymouth safety rim wheels, there are 2 cylinders to operate the front wheel brake shoes. By adding a second cylinder, Plymouth gives you greater control with easy pedal pressure. It's a quality feature you find only in Plymouth in the lowest price field. Plymouth is famous for features that mean extra safety and extra value. And these days, Plymouth value is an even bigger word. You heard about the new lower prices? That's right, on every Plymouth model. So if you're in the market for a new car, be sure to see Plymouth before you buy.
observe Dr. Manette's face when the paper was read?
Yes, I observed his face. I observed his face to be not the face of a true friend of the Republic. Let him look to his face.
Ah! Magnificent. You are magnificent, Therese.
For you, if it depended upon you, which happily it does not, you would rescue this man Darnay even now.
No, I would not. But I would leave the matter there. I say stop there.
Look, you Ernest, for other crimes as tyrants and oppressors, I have these Evremons a long time on my register.
Yes, the wife and child, they must follow the husband and father.
And to forget my husband, that peasant family, so injured by Evremond, was my family. That sister, the mortally wounded boy, was my sister. That husband was my sister's husband. That brother was my brother. That father was my father. Those dead are my dead. Summons to answer for those crimes descends to me. Is it not so?
Yes, it is so.
Tell wind and fire where to stop, but don't tell me.
False testimony against Charles Alnay in London 10 years ago. Don't deny it, I'm pardoned.
Since you insist.
What are you doing here at the prison? Oh, I don't think the Republic of France would think it was entirely your business. If they knew you were an Englishman under a French name, they knew your long record for spying and informing.
I'd never believe you.
I wouldn't believe you either. At any rate, Madame la Guillotine would settle the quarrel nicely.
All right. I'm returning to you here at the prison.
Turn. Oh, my friend. Maybe it was like a bargain. Yes,
Come to bed, Lady Bird. Come to bed.
Not now, please. See you there.
Oh,
Miss Frost. Lucy, I didn't think you'd still be up.
I couldn't sleep. I saw him today, Sidney. After standing in the street 3 full hours, I saw him. I didn't really see him, but I saw a handkerchief fluttering from the window. At least he had a chance to see his child. Sidney, what's going to happen to us?
Lucy, this is my certificate to leave the city. Keep it for me until I return.
Why should I?
Listen to me. You and your father, and even little Lucy, are in danger of denunciation by Madame Defarge. I heard it from her own lips. You must get ready to leave the city at once.
But I can't.
But you must. For your child and for your father, you must leave Paris immediately. Now listen to me. At 2 o'clock, 2 hours after midnight, there'll be a coach ready and waiting, standing by. This is Charles' last arrangement. Now get into the coach with your father and little Lucy, and the moment my place is occupied, drive off. Remember, wait for nothing but for my place to be occupied, and then for England. You understand?
Yes.
Look, now, never mind about the baggage. Miss Frost and Jerry can follow in another coach. Change the plans or delay for any reason, and no life can possibly be saved. And many lives may be lost.
Oh.
Just tears. What a waste is this. But I thank you for them all the same.
Sidney. Oh.
Good day, citizen. That the one that wishes to see Evremond?
Yes.
What ails him?
The thought of his friend's rendezvous with Madame la Guillotine.
He should try some good French wine. That would stiffen his backbone.
That it would.
Yeah, good French wine.
Martin.
Well, Charles?
You're not a prisoner.
No, I bring a request from Lucy.
What is it?
That you do what I ask.
Carton, this is madness. Escape cannot be accomplished. It's been tried and already failed. Oh, don't add your death to the bitterness of mine.
Have I asked you to pass through that door? I do refuse. No, now listen to me. Lucy's waiting in the street below.
What?
Her eyes this very moment are fixed upon that window.
I do not see her.
I'll show it to you.
What vapor is that, vapor? Nothing I'm conscious of nothing. There she is, there. There, with the child. Get the jailer, quick.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Must you waste precious moments? Go on.
You won't betray me?
Haven't I sworn by a solemn vow to go through with this thing? Now go on.
That was too much for him, mate. These Englishmen.
Wife of Everyone. Where is she? Would you have no to keep herself concealed from me at this moment? So tell her I wish to see her, do you hear? I demand to see her, do you understand? Either go tell her that I demand to see her or stand out of my way at the door and let me go to her, you stupid newt. Never, 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 never! Out of my way, Englishwoman. I will tear you to pieces, but I will have you from that door.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Citizen Evermore. I am a seamstress who was with you at the Citizens' Tribunal.
Oh, yes, I forget what you were accused of.
Plotting against the Republic. Who would think of plotting with me? Citizen Evermore, I would not be unwilling to die if the Republic, which is to do so much good for us peasants, would profit by my death. How can that be? On our ride today, Citizen Evermore, may I hold your hand? I am not afraid. It will give me courage. No. Are you dying for me?
For his wife and child.
Oh, let me hold your brave hand, stranger.
Yes, my poor sister. To the end.
Dear heaven, why did it have to be like this?
You see, my child, the wind is rushing after us, the clouds are flying after us, the moon is plunging after us. The whole wild night is in pursuit of us, yet we are pursued by nothing else.
Are they coming for us now?
Yes, my dear.
But for you, dear stranger, I should not be so composed. I think you were sent to me by heaven.
Or you to me. Fix your eyes upon me and mind no other object.
I mind nothing while I hold your hand. I shall mind nothing when I let it go. They are rapid.
They will be rapid. Fear not.
Comfort me so much.
I am the resurrection and the life, saith the Lord. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die.
It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done. It is a far, far better rest that I go to than I have ever known.
Before we hear the news about next week's program, a brief reminder about value, which we all look for, whether we're buying catnip, cabbages, or cars. In the lowest price field, Plymouth offers you more big car features than any other automobile, and you're going to like today's new price tags. The new lower prices make Plymouth a bigger value than ever. So before you invest in any car, get the full story on Plymouth, your best car buy in the lowest price field.
For the last 2 weeks, A Tale of Two Cities from the panorama chapters of the ABC album was produced and broadcast direct from the Hollywood studios of the American Broadcasting Company. Next week, the album will return to New York, and your regular host, Donald Cook, who will present Chapter 6 from the ABC album, a comedy titled Hogan's Daughter, starring Miss Sheila Bond from the Broadway hit Wish You Were Here. This has been a live television production. Good night.